Thousands of Health and Human Services employees waking up without a job this morning after being fired by the Trump administration yesterday.
And many didn't find out until they showed up and discovered that their security badges no longer worked. Fox 5's Melanie Alwick is live in Southwest D.C. with the latest. Melanie, we also saw some lines of people outside of doors realizing that they couldn't get in.
That's right. So the process was a little slower yesterday, obviously, because of some of those holdups with people not being able to get in. But this morning, we've seen it. The lines, obviously, people have to go through security here. So there's always a little bit of a line when a group of people show up all at once. The Health and Human Services Secretary Robert Kennedy called the actions yesterday a recalibration of the nation's health agency. Others are warning of major impacts to critical services such as clinical trials, food and drug safety, and disease outbreak response. It was no April Fool's joke. Some Health and Human Services employees got that email at 5 a.m. April 1st telling them they no longer had a job. Others, as you mentioned, waited in long security lines only to find out to see if their badges still worked. People getting laid off are supposed to be getting severance, but some were told they were fired for poor performance and therefore would not be getting any severance pay. It was a similar scene in Maryland as well, with employees at the CDC, NIH, and FDA. Some were told their jobs had been moved to other states like Alaska, essentially forcing many of them to quit. It was a difficult and somber day.
It's uncertain. It's very uncertain right now. I feel for my colleagues, for a lot of colleagues and friends that are in our regional offices that have been affected by this RIF. And so right now my heart just goes out to them.
We all understand that we want a government that's efficient. We want a government that works for the people. But when you're going to do this kind of business, treat people with respect, right? Give them that courtesy.
Now, this came on the same day that a federal judge extended an injunction against the mass firings of probationary employees in the federal government. Maryland Attorney General Anthony Brown, among 20 states' attorneys general, suing to get those fired workers their jobs back. The injunction also said there could be no further reductions in force with affected probationary employees. But yet we saw those mass firings happening yesterday. Unclear how that order will impact this because it just depends on whether probationary employees were fired here at HHS to see if it would have any effect. By the way, that injunction yesterday also requires the federal agencies to do everything they can to get those workers their jobs back by April 8th.